I'd like to take first a call here from Meghnad Desai and ask him whether he, in his view, to settle that debate, Piyush Goyal should answer. Should answer. 1 second, Piyush Goyal. I saw your hand go up. I'm coming to you. But because Meghnad Desai has to go, right? And I always bow down to experience. I asked Meghnad Desai to play arbiter on whether you should answer the question on Purushottam Solanki and why, when a fisheries minister of Gujarat was accused of 400 crore scam in awarding of contracts, instead of investigating the matter, government refused to grant permission to prosecute the minister under the Prevention of Corruption Act, eventually overturned by the court. But, you know, it is holes such as this which the Congress rightly asked. Do you think Meghnad Desai, Piyush Goyal, in order to have a high moral ground on today's debate, should actually answer that?
I think not only that, but when you interviewed Narendra Modi, which I'm sure you will after this Rahul Gandhi interview,
I hope
you
so.
should ask as searching questions to Narendra Modi as you did to Rahul Gandhi. And I think it is but fair, it's but fair that every side faces the same tough questions and becomes answerable, because they can't go on doing this tu-tu me-me all the time.
I think it's a good question. So answer the question on Purushottam Solanki, which Randeep Surjewala put you earlier today. Before you launch into your own attack, Piyush Goyal, you can do both, but answer him first.
As also on Babu Bhai Bokharia.
Let him answer you. Let him answer you.
First of all, it's nice of Meghnad ji to flag off the issue, but I must tell you that Mr. Modi has been giving interviews consistently for many years. He's given it to your channel in the past. He's given it to other channels.
In 2007.
At the
it's been 5 years. It's been 5 years. It's been 5 years since we had an interview with Mr. Modi.
Well, you should have invited him. He went to the ZTV program and he answered questions.
We have invited him consistently. We have invited him consistently, but we don't give a platform.
IBN and he answered questions.
No, we don't give a platform, you see, but we don't give. We have not invited him for a speech, but we have invited him for an interview. I place on record.
Yeah, but he will choose the format and time and place, not you. And when all of them invited him, he gave his speech and he answered the questions for your kind information. But having said that, the fact of life is that Mr. Rahul...
No, one sec. Mr. Surjewala, let him speak. Mr. Surjewala, let him finish.
The issues that you raised.
Yeah.
As regards the issue that Surjewala ji raised, Purushottam Solanki investigations are going on. Should there be any decision out of those investigations? It's a private complaint. There is no indictment or against him by any government investigation or by any CAG or any such thing. It was a government contract, a private party who probably did not get the contract.
The cabinet
went through a whole process. So I think we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait for the investigation. Just because a private person makes a complaint.
Okay. So we'll hear his rebut on Solanki.
Or by Arnab. As regards
on Solanki, hear the rebut.
Babu Bhai Bokharia.
On Solanki, hear the rebut.
I gave the rebut on Solanki. As regards Babu Bhai Bokharia, the judgment has been stayed as well as the sentence has been stayed. So till the sentence, once the sentence has been stayed, I think there is nothing more to debate. So Mr. Surjewala is only trying to divert issues. He has nothing substantive to offer for the 2G scam, for the Colgate scam.
The matter again went to High Court. The High Court asked Shri Narendra Modi to reconsider. Mr. Narendra Modi's whole cabinet rejected the sanction to prosecute. It is then that the High Court of Gujarat ordered that Shri Purushottam Solanki should be tried. He is also a former TADA detainee. Mr. Babu Bhai Bokharia has been convicted for corruption by a court in Gujarat. Mr. Narendra Modi still inducted him as cabinet. 3 days ago, the Supreme Court of India indicted Mrs.
Mr. Surjewala,
number 2 in Mr. Modi's cabinet for
Mr. Surjewala
allocating land.
Mr. Surjewala,
land to 2 industries.
No, Mr. Surjewala, 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. Mr. Surjewala, now let's go back to Rahul Gandhi. You wanted a question on the Modi government's role asked. I asked the question. and we got the answer. We've just lost the satellite link with Piyush Goyal. We're going to try and get it back. We're going to try and get it back. Sankarshan Thakur, not convinced. Not convinced with this line of attack. Yes, Sankarshan.
No, frankly, Arnab, this competitive allegation making, competitive corruption, I mean, this kind of debate making will take you nowhere. I mean, there are such people and there are such instances in every party. To me, the relevant thing is the way Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been foregrounded by the Congress over the last 1 month, and what your interview brought to me last night was that he and the Congress party remain in some sort of Yuvraj mode. You know, Rahul Gandhi thinks he is he is not a magic wand. The problem is that he thinks he is. He will say, Pradhan Mantri ji, 9 cylinders se kaam nahi chalega, and without a cabinet meeting, the cap is raised to 12. Immediately, within 5 minutes or 10. So, you know, he may soon not have a government to raise such demands with. The problems are much deeper. We are not, this is India. You know, he has to start engaging with the issues of this country, and they will not be engaged with by parroting theoretical precepts, which are all very good. We have no quarrels with that. Tell us, please, how you will engage with them. Tell us, please, how you made them effective. If you are against corruption, tell us, please, how are you thinking of an alliance with Lalu Yadav? If India is an idea, Lalu Yadav is also an idea. Please tell us the difference between the two.
Precisely.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi, frankly, has not sort of projected himself, frankly, as a person who is either in cognizance of what the UPA has done wrong, or how he will write those things. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you know, by the way, Randeep Singh Surjewala, Piyush Goyal, welcome back. We lost you for a couple of minutes out there. You know, the point here is not being overcritical, but understand one thing, Mr. Surjewala. Rahul Gandhi says, when I ask him about Virbhadra Singh, he says the legal process in place. It's not my job. But did that stop him from calling the Madhya Pradesh government during his rallies in the run-up to the state elections as the University of Corruption? Did he not call Chhattisgarh government? There were no legal process also. He called them a master of corruption. So it's very so it's very convenient.
Not say so?
It's very convenient for Rahul Gandhi to sit in judgment about members of the opposition with a legal process not yet concluded, but refrain from speaking about against scams affecting his own party. That's the only point. Mr. Surjewala, we lost him sometime.
Mr. Surjewala, can I answer that?
No. Piyush Goyal wanted to come back with a counter. Piyush Goyal, now. A counter from his side to Mr. Surjewala.
I think, Arnab, it's the will to perform, it's the will to run a government that we found completely lacking. It's very easy to deride the system. What Mr. Modi has shown to the world is that within the existing system, the same bureaucrats, same government system, the same parliamentary democracy that India has, how a good government can be run. Whether it's Madhya Pradesh, whether it's Gujarat, most BJP ruled states. Mr. Vajpayee never gave excuses. He actually controlled inflation while he was in power. He didn't say most states are run by the Congress, so I cannot control inflation. He brought it down from 6.5%, which he inherited, to 2 or 3%. With this government has again taken to 10%. And Arnab, bear me out. The misgovernance of the UPA I is what we are paying for today. The fact that when the going was good, instead of saving resources, instead of building up reserves, they threw the money into wasteful spending, and in that process created huge fiscal hole in the government treasury, for which we are paying with 6 years of double-digit inflation.
What was that wasteful
the fact
spending?
that ministers of the UPA kept fighting, and the environment department was in a mess. The finance ministry was in a mess. Banking department has come on its knees. We have bad loans of 6.5 lakh crores, as reported by your sister newspaper just 3 days back. And we are asking questions of the government. They have no answers to give for this mismanagement. And Mr. Rahul Gandhi actually had no answers to give, no vision to articulate. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, except for parroting 5 words, has said nothing in his whole interview of 75 minutes.
Creating hundreds and crores of mandates for the poor in this country is wasteful expenditure, then perhaps it's justified. If giving food to 67% of the population of this country at a reasonable price and ensuring nutrition for women of this country is wasteful expenditure to Mr. Modi and Mr. Goyal, then perhaps it's justified in what we do. If giving education to every child is wasteful expenditure to BJP and Mr. Narendra Modi, then thanks to you.
Don't be rhetorical, don't be rhetorical, it does not work. Don't be rhetorical, it does not work. Counter is allowed from Piyush Goyal. Counter is allowed to this rhetoric from Piyush Goyal. Piyush.
Arnab, I need to respond because...
Piyush, don't be rhetorical, Randeep Surjewala.
Arnab, I need to respond. Infrastructure, they make people.
So are you going to undo Manrega then?
Lose the incentive to work in the garb of food security. They've actually gotten.
I am saying
in distribution of food.
Mr. Surjewala, 1 minute please. Mr. Surjewala, I have one question please. Mr. Surjewala, I have just one question please.
Arnab, may I ask a question?
No. I first have a very simple question for Mr. Surjewala. Mr. Surjewala, you know this UPA II government of yours
and why not
has been a disaster in terms of policy. Okay? The coordination between ministries has been pathetic. We all know what's been going on in the environment ministry. We know flip-flops, we know what has happened on taxation, we know retrospective amendment, we know today that people have stopped investing in India and some people are saying we'll look at investing in India if required we'll see the verdict first. I am only asking you a very simple question. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, I thought his strategy was to somehow say that yes, UPA is a disaster perhaps, and I'm saying informally, I don't want to be attached to it. Start delinking yourself from UPA. Is Mr. Rahul Gandhi going to the people of this country saying, 1 minute, saying, if you vote for me, if you endorse the UPA II's disastrous track record, then vote for me? Is he saying that?
Absolutely.
Is he 1 minute, is he therefore tying himself up like an umbilical cord with the Manmohan Singh government?
May I humbly...
Yes.
May I humbly
don't dodge it.
Simple thing. It is same Dr. Manmohan Singh led government which has the cabinet committee on investment led by the Prime Minister has cleared investment worth 1,67,000 crores.
Oh, so this is so what you're saying
is the same Dr. Manmohan Singh government which has brought in and set on record the Delhi-Mumbai industrial corridor. And Mr. Goyal can continue to laugh as he wants, because I know that we will continue to work towards ensuring that this country continues to progress.
A 30-second response.
Not only on account of our welfare-based policies, but also on account of creation of solid infrastructure on ground by bringing in investment, by growth that is 8.2%, by size of economy that has grown by 308%.
And onion prices up by 521%. State assembly elections 4-0. I thought the Congress...
Arnab, the fact is, first this government delayed approvals for all these projects. Now they are claiming to approve them, but not a single project has started operation.
Now one thing.
That they are bringing in today,
not a single project has started operation.
One question is...
What is this here? He just doesn't stop talking. This guy just doesn't stop talking. Why are we here?
Which guys? Mr. Surjewala, okay?
I mean, you said that one after the other. You gave me 30 seconds, but he just doesn't stop talking.
Mr. Surjewala, please, he will not interrupt you.
I can understand his anger because he has nothing to say today.
1 second, Mr. Surjewala.
It is anger because nothing is happening. Arnab, the fact is this government first delayed all these approvals. For years, they kept fighting inter-ministerial turf wars. Now they claim they have approved these projects, but when we ask them pointed questions How many of these projects have started being implemented? They didn't have an answer for one project because all of them have lost financial closure. Their viability is suspect.
DP Tripathi.
Banks are not lending anymore.
DP Tripathi.
We don't know whether these projects are
DP Tripathi, my last
going to be successful. So the entire investment cycle has come to a standstill.
DP Tripathi.
Jobs are not being created.
DP Tripathi, last question to you. Last question to you. Last question is a political question, DP Tripathi. Just stand apart today. Has this, this interview and the comments made by Mr. Rahul Gandhi, has it diminished or enhanced his leadership position?
I think it has enhanced his leadership position in a way that at least he is communicating. 10 years this interview. But let me tell you one thing, Arnab. You grilled him, you asked very searching questions, but there are many questions which you didn't ask. If I was a journalist, I would have definitely asked him a question which Piyush Goyal just indicated. How he, performed as a member of parliament. If you look at this parliament, this Lok Sabha, beginning 2009, he has only 2 interventions. One on 26th August 2011 on a special mention on the need for political program to eradicate corruption, and secondly on 18th December 2013,
well,
when he participated in a debate on Lokpal bill in the Lok Sabha.
Mr. Tripathi,
more or less 5 years.
No, Mr. Tripathi, in my defense, I'll only say one thing, that I had 79 minutes. And I put 111 questions. If I get another 75 minutes, this time I'll put 150 questions, and I will look forward to that opportunity, not just with Rahul Gandhi, but also with Mr. Narendra Modi.
I want to make one point.
And
with courage.
No, I just want to make one point very briefly.
I'm totally, gentlemen, totally short of time, but totally short of
one sentence very briefly.
Yes.
I know you're short of time, but very briefly I want to make one point.
Yeah.
If you permit me to do so.
Quickly.
And I have a
just
question to ask
As a student of literature, I am really amazed at the very miserly use of words, because Rahul Gandhi uses RTI, Lokpal, women's empowerment more than 100 times. And there are many words which are necessary for democratic politics, like dialogue, interaction, discussion, which are absent in the interview completely.
Well, interesting observation. Thank you very much, gentlemen. In my view, now I have just 5 questions to put to the audience. In your view,
just one small point. I'm only thanking God that he's only running his party and not the nation.
Okay, Sankarshan.
But today now we have a new mascot in the Modi for PM campaign.
Sankarshan Thakur.
Will you be asked a question rather than give us...
Well, I can understand the ankar of...
Sankarshan has the last word tonight.
Mr. Goyal.
I tell you, these things finally never...
Succeed. Yes.
Mr. Goyal, can I ask you...
No more questions.
Were you to get a chance to rule this country after 2014, in 2014, would you wind up Manrega?
Okay, no, one second. That's starting another debate, Sankarshan. I'm closing there and I'm asking 5 questions to the audience tonight. Closing, thank you very much. My 5 questions are this. Question number 1, in your view, did Rahul dodge the specifics? Did Rahul go back to the big picture? Did that convince you? Should he have shown more aggression vis-a-vis Narendra Modi? Was his explanation for being silent on scams convincing? Did he take full responsibility for the 2014 riots, in your view, retrospectively? Will that be a good idea? And I look forward to seeing you back on the Newshour tomorrow. Till then, thanks for watching. Good night and goodbye.